From hotspots to hidden gems, this is your local handbook to honoring the men and women who serve our country. From our forward operating base, the American Military Museum, Project LAU on the move. Captivating exhibits and authentic historic equipment that embody the powerful and emotional stories that define our freedom. We are stepping back in time to show our gratitude to the brave veterans who sacrificed so much to protect and serve. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devin, and what a special show we have from South El Monte. We say Roger that to Maya Angelou, who proclaimed how important it is for us to recognize and celebrate our heroes and sheroes. And that is exactly what we're doing for the next half hour.
These vehicles were used to protect our freedom, and we have over 100 years of history out here. Hi, I'm Craig Michelson. Welcome to the American Military Museum here in South El Monte. The American Society is Military History was my dad's dream. He was an officer in World War II, and he decided to try to save history because after World War II, they were just scrapping everything. And this collection is one of the largest collections on the West Coast, and we're just trying to help these steel soldiers tell their story.
So what all do you have here?
We have an assortment of different military vehicles. We have Jeeps, we have motorcycles, we have scooters, we have tanks, we have trucks, we have some of the landing boats,
Bombs,
trains, bombs for display. So there's a lot of interesting things that people can see. The concept of having this here as a permanent location is kind of cool. Watching the movie, 2 hours later, you shut the movie off, but at least they can come out here and see this stuff.
Obviously, You have a lot of tanks here.
Correct.
Tell me about this one.
This is a Scorpion. This is called an M56. This was used in Vietnam. It's actually an air-droppable tank. This is a Lark 15.
Okay.
So basically, it's an amphibious vehicle, and it can go from land to water.
So the tires on this amphibious vehicle are about my height, so I'm about 5'6", and they weigh 900-something pounds. This is insane. You get to see these movies, but rarely do you get to see them in real life. What is this?
This is a Huey helicopter.
Wow.
This has a wonderful history. This was sent to Vietnam. It was built in 1968. And the strange thing was, it was an Army helicopter that was lent to the Navy. That was actually shot down in Vietnam, brought back to the United States, and became a training helicopter for the California National Guard.
And you guys get a lot of volunteers here.
We have tons of volunteers. I have a lot of young volunteers that are in high school doing their community service, or kids that want to go to college, National Honor Society, Key Club, a bunch of that. And then we get some vets. As you see, we have a lot of metal vehicles and everything, but the metal doesn't mean it was the guys that were inside. It was the people that are actually fighting with the stuff, and it's the veteran, 4 years of their lives. And we're honoring our people that actually served our country and really sacrificed their life for our freedom.
And now, changing course as our cadet Jasmine Simpkins salutes the local hero, Chef Supreme.
What's going on, LA Unscripted? I'm Chef Supreme Dow, and this is my kitchen. I became classically trained by working with celebrity chefs and working in kitchens. I've been in restaurants since I was about 19. I've done everything from dive bars to fine dining. I finally found my purpose because fine dining wasn't my thing. What my thing was providing fine dining, high technique, high quality, high vibrational meals to the unhoused. 2019 is when this came about. Another veteran friend of mine and another contemporary, we were all here. Let's take our resources and like just feed the veterans vegan meals. Started about 2021 is when I got a connection with the VA hospital in Santa Monica, and it was like head on from there. It was Thanksgiving events, weekly feeds, cooking classes, whatever we could do to get them whole, happy, and healthy through food.
I love hearing that your mission is to make sure that they're vegan meals.
Right.
Why did you decide to do that?
Because they should be good and healthy. So I joined the Army when I was 17. In high school, I was in Air Force ROTC. My mom, all her brothers and her dad were all in the military. But I actually went to the military because I was a dad. So I was 17 with 2 children. So I had to make a responsible decision. I didn't do any tours. I served for about 1.5 years. I came here in 2019. At the time, I didn't know anybody, didn't have any money, was staying in a hostel in Koreatown, but I had a job at Erewhon. My celebrity chef career launched in Erewhon. That's where I met the Andre 3000s of the world. So many other people, India Iries, Carl Withers, rest in peace. These were the people who helped me get started, who like Ethan at Beyond Meat. They give me whatever I want when it comes to product and feeding people. I can go to the Erewhon commissary right now and leave with thousands upon thousands of products.
This is where the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens. So I'll head to Restaurant Depot, come to the kitchen, prepare some meals, package them up, and then take them over to Skid Row. 200, 300, 350. It's my place of peace. So we have the Harvest Academy. That's our philanthropic work. And we also have initiatives. So we have Vegans for Veterans. We have 10,000 meals across LA. And then we have like a rites of passage program where we teach young people how to cook and live.
What does this mean to you also, just to be doing what you're doing and giving back, being of service to your fellow men and women who served as well?
I'm making my grandparents proud. My granddad was a veteran, aunts and uncles. So I'm making my family proud. So it feels good.
Another top honor for Chef Supreme, he joined the culinary ranks of the Guinness Book of World Records for serving over 1,000 vegan meals in under an hour. Bravo, Chef. And now more angels in LA on a mission.
US Vets is the largest national nonprofit serving US veterans with housing, career services, mental health services, and supportive services for them and their families. Welcome to US Vets Inglewood facility. This was our inaugural facility. This is where we started the whole program.
US Vets provides housing and supportive services so veterans can live with dignity and their independence. They helped give me hope.
As people come out of the military, they suffer from a variety of issues, whether it be PTSD or issues that happen within the military itself. And that ultimately results itself in either homelessness, drug addiction, or some other form of disability.
33,000 of my fellow veterans are living on the streets we serve to protect. US Vets is on a mission to prevent and end veteran homelessness.
I have 5 uncles who fought in World War II, 3 of whom died in World War II. I had 2 who served in the Civil War. My father was a Korean War veteran. My older brother was Vietnam War veteran. I was raised that it was our duty to join the military.
Sam served his country for 6 years in the Marine Corps. Then, as a civilian, he went to work for the Sheriff's Department.
One night during an extreme situation, I reacted with my emotions rather than my common sense, and I wound up being sentenced to prison for it. One of the options that I had heard about while I was in prison, because I was part of the veterans group there, was US Vets. They provided me with the information that I needed in order to gain documentation that had been lost over 38 years. They assisted me in getting housing outside of US Vets, permanent housing. Then I became employed with US Vets in order to help others do the same thing.
Boyer is a U.S. Navy veteran that suffered from severe PTSD.
Very quiet. I was going through a lot in those days. I'm still going through a lot, but I'm coming out of my shell.
But now, because of the help he's received here, he's launched his own business selling skateboards.
I couldn't have done it without Brother Woods. I mean, you know, he gave me the push I needed to just go the extra mile and get it done.
The average veteran doesn't want a handout, and he won't ask for help, and we've been taught just walk it off. And that's the problem. One of our values at US Vets is hope. Our motto is never leave a brother or sister behind, no matter what it is.
Make Camo Your Cause is an initiative that US Vets started in 2021. It is a awareness campaign that raises awareness about homelessness for veterans or veterans issues. We are asking people on Veterans Day to wear camo, to shop for camo at usvets.org. On social media, make sure you tag us with hashtag #HonorUSVets.
There are so many ways you can get involved. First of all, you can buy merchandise. Second, you can donate. Or this Veterans Day, you can wear camo, use the hashtag #HonorUSVets, and make camo your cause. We are still here at the American Military Museum. Check your 6 and hold the line. LAU is back on the double. LA Unscripted on a special op. Our rendezvous point, the American Military Museum. Coordinates, Rosemead Boulevard, 12 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. The mission, honor our veterans then and now. Welcome back, LAU Platoon. I'm Dana Devin reporting for duty at SoCal's Tankland, where 180 iconic military vehicles are on display. Next, our Olivia De Bertoli has eyes on another local target.
35 acres, that is so much space with so many aircrafts. Why do you guys have so many?
Because this is a third oldest Air Force base. It's been around for 107 years. We've had a lot of airplanes here. And my goal is to get every airplane that has ever flown at March, I want at this museum. So we have 116 airplanes, starting with the Jenny, which was the first airplane ever flown here before World War I in 1917. And we have next generation fighters here as well. Yeah. So we're showing the kids that come everything from start to finish. Out of the 72 Air Force bases in the country, March is the third oldest. It's been around for 107 years, a lot of history. When they come here, they can see the mighty might of our Air Force, but they can also see how in history, when we started biplanes that were propeller driven, and now we have these high-speed jets that just whiz around everywhere, and you can see it all here. Plus, because we're adjacent to an active Air Force base, this is like an air show every day.
For me, it's a very, very special place. I kind of grew up in this area. My dad was stationed at this base when I was a kid. Oftentimes, while he was working on weekends and things of that nature, I would come here, and this was essentially my baby, so I'd walk around, and I grew up around the airplanes here and the grounds here, so our history in aviation runs deep, especially in this area. And so I hope people come here and they get inspired, they have a better understanding of where our American aviation came from, and they understand what the military does for its country.
Coming up, more inspiring local stories as we say thank you to those who serve. It's an honor to honor all of our nation's men and women who serve. To hear more inspiring stories and learn more about what it takes to defend and fight for our continued freedom, this LA Revealed is sure to stop you in your tracks.
It's the best uniform in the whole United States military right there.
My name is David R. Franco. I served in the United States Marine Corps for 30 years.
My name is David William Franco, and I was a gunnery sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. We were the first father and son to have a Purple Heart in the same war conflict since Korea.
I got my Purple Heart, I have my Navy Achievement Medal, I have my good conduct, I was National Defense.
My dad and my Uncle Chuck, they were both in the Air Force. My Uncle Bob and my Uncle John, they were Vietnam era. They were in the Army. And then my Uncle Ernie, he was Vietnam era. He did tours in Vietnam. It was my birthday, and my dad took me to the recruiter on my 17th birthday, and that was it. Joined the Marine Corps. Ramadi was just the Wild Wild West. We were on our way to Ramadi from Fallujah to go deliver a vehicle to Governor Mahmoud, which was one of the head guys in Ramadi, on our way. And I just had this weird feeling that there was, something was going to happen. As we're coming up to a bridge, when you come up to a bridge, they always do like a little S turn, so that way they can't drop grenades in on us. And I remember seeing a package on the side of the freeway that had a couple 155 rounds in it with a burlap sack over it. I seen it and I started yelling, "Swerve, swerve, swerve!" And we were hit with a IED. That day I was awarded Purple Heart and also a Bronze Star for that day too. So
this Veterans Days, we're also celebrating the Marine Corps' birthday on November 10th. 250 years. A lot of stuff happened. I was in a tank rollover. Till this day, they don't know what made the tank that was towing me tank track shatter and be burnt like that, so we don't know. I rolled. They said I walked out of the tank. I was unconscious. I walked out of the tank, walked around, set a whole perimeter of everybody to keep us protected, and then collapsed. The tank is a monster itself. That tank beats your body up. The rollovers, being blown up, took a toll on my body where I just could not go any further. And it took almost a good 10 years for me to get back in the gym and work out. Now I am where I'm at today.
I'm very proud when he joined the Marine Corps. And I told him never cop out. Never cop out on anything. Made his own name in the tank division, the tank world. He was the youngest tank commander in the Marine Corps.
That is 4 wide, 5 down. And that is why he is my hero.
Veterans Day to me is where I'm proud to be a veteran, proud of my son and all my brothers and sisters. Freedom isn't free. Brothers and sisters that paid the ultimate sacrifice. They paid for that freedom for us.
The day I graduated boot camp, my dad said it the best. He looked me right in my face and told me, "You're no longer my son. You're my brother." There's only so many of us that earn the title of Marine, and we keep it forever. So when he told me, "You're no longer my kid, you're no longer my son, you are my brother," and that meant more to me than anything.
Again, thank you to all who have signed up to serve then and now. Next up, going back to the golden era with the Satin Dolls.
Welcome to the show, here we go. Are you ready for us? Welcome to the show, here we go. Dana, we dare you to come be a satin doll.
So the Satin Dolls are a retro pinup act comprised of very talented singers and dancers who perform shows for veterans, concerts, tours, outdoor festivals, you name it.
Okay, here's some retro music. I think it's coming from here. Let's look inside.
When we started back in 2005, it was only 8 satin dolls. And now, would you believe it, we're at 100 satin dolls in 6 cities and 4 countries.
So what does it take to be a satin doll?
Well, we have 2 types of satin dolls. We have extremely talented tap dancers, and then we have incredibly talented vocalists.
Walking down Young Street on a Friday, can't follow them, gotta do it my way.
The Satin Dolls, we do lots of different genres, spanning from the 1920s to the 1960s, but our core material is USO, so 1940s pop punk. But one of the things that we really pride ourselves on is making sure that we have a proper military salute. And my father was in the military for 35 years, so what we do with our salute is we take our hand nice and straight, no finger in the palm.
Okay.
And then you take the pointer between the pointer and the middle finger, that little divot, and it goes directly above your eyebrow.
Okay, but is this before Botox eyebrow or after Botox eyebrow?
Well, wherever your lift ended up, that's where it should be.
I really love bringing women together in the arts and giving each other a community and a supportive environment to really explore and collaborate with their talents, whether it's singing or tap dancing.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Now from here, you're gonna bend at the waist, nice straight legs. Bye, 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 baby.
Time to get down, 'cause moving high.
want to make sure that people of all ages, of every generation, can see our shows and come together and enjoy the show together.
Safari, next stop into becoming a satin doll. What do I do?
So you got to get all full glam.
Look the part, but now you need a satin doll name. One of the ways that we brainstorm doll names is that we ask our dolls, what was your grandmother's name?
Okay, my grandmother's name was Mary Lou and Gwendolyn.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Gwendolyn.
When modern day military sees this kind of retro vibe, what is their reaction?
They love it because it's that classic pinup look. The most gratifying moment when we are performing for the troops in the military is when we do the Armed Forces medley. And when we ask those veterans in active military to stand up during their branch when we're singing, it brings tears to our eyes because it's so touching and so emotional.
That was so amazing. The satin dolls can draft me into their pinup army any day. To all vets, your dedication will never be forgotten. Much appreciation to all of you today and every day. Plus, a big Tango Yankee or thank you to the incredible American Military Museum for letting us go off script. Where will we be next? You never know. Mwah!